Iron Man 3, 2013, is the third installment in the Iron Man series and part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Directed by Shane Black, this movie follows Tony Stark as he faces his most personal and challenging battle yet, dealing with the aftermath of the events in the Avengers, 2012. The film delves deep into Tony's psyche, explores his identity beyond the Iron Man suit, and introduces a formidable new enemy who pushes him to his limits. With twists, action, and a focus on Tony's growth, Iron Man 3 wraps up the Iron Man trilogy while paving the way for future Marvel adventures. In Iron Man 3, 2013, the movie starts with Tony Stark reflecting on his past mistakes, especially about a scientist named Aldrich Killian, whom he once ignored. Now, Tony is dealing with anxiety attacks after the events in New York from the Avengers, 2012. Meanwhile, a terrorist named the Mandarin is causing havoc across the world with bombings. But Tony realizes that these bombings aren't traditional bombs. They're linked to a substance called Extremis. Extremis is a regeneration treatment that can turn people into living weapons, but it's unstable. The story takes a turn when Tony's friend and security chief, Happy Hogan, is hurt in one of the Mandarin's attacks. In response, Tony challenges the Mandarin publicly, and his home is attacked and destroyed. Tony barely escapes, crash landing in Tennessee, where he starts to investigate the bombings. Here, Tony teams up with a young boy named Harley, and together they uncover the truth. The Mandarin isn't real. He's just an actor named Trevor Slattery, hired by Aldrich Killian. The real villain is Killian, who created Extremis and used the Mandarin as a cover to carry out his plans. As Tony pieces everything together, he learns that Killian has kidnapped Pepper Potts and subjected her to Extremis. Killian wants to use her as leverage to control Tony. The final battle takes place on an oil rig, where Tony uses multiple Iron Man suits to fight Killian and his Extremis soldiers. In the end, Pepper, empowered by Extremis, kills Killian. Tony decides to undergo surgery to remove the shrapnel near his heart, which means he no longer needs the arc reactor in his chest. He also destroys his Iron Man suits, signaling a new chapter in his life. The movie ends with Tony narrating that he will always be Iron Man, even without the suits. The post-credit scene is a fun one where Tony is talking to Bruce Banner, who has been listening to his story the entire time. This scene teases the connection between Tony and Bruce, both of whom are dealing with their own issues after the events of the Avengers. It ties up loose ends from the previous films and sets the stage for future Marvel movies. The movie also nods to the Extremis storyline from the comics, adding depth to Tony's character by showing his vulnerability and growth. This film marked the end of Tony's trilogy. Thanks for watching this explanation of Iron Man 3. We've explored Tony Stark's journey, his battle with Aldrich Killian, and how he comes to terms with being Iron Man even without the suit. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Marvel movie explanations. Let us know in the comments what movie you want us to cover next. See you in the next video. Check out our Journey Through MCU playlist.